So she's there in the room, and then did you hear we got a new puppy?
I got it from the messages that
Yeah,
his name is Baba.
Baba. Yeah, and then last night, I was at Peter's place with Peter and Mark,
Mhm.
and then she called me and said the dog's having a seizure, and she's hysterical. And
Oh,
I came over. We took the dog to the vet, and it wasn't the dog was having anxiety attack because it was separated from its big family of dogs,
oh,
its owners, its siblings, its parents. And then but it wasn't a big deal. And then she appreciated that I was, I was supportive through that. and then
yeah.
uh, and then we came back, and then again I had that feeling again when I was here, even though it was good. But then I was back in here, and then she was in there again. uh, and then like I put on the, like, I'm jealous of the dog. Like, she needs affection, and she's getting it from the dog and from all the men she brings in there, but not from me for some reason. That makes me feel something wrong with me. Why that I'm. And then this, okay, so Elian, so
But
this is.
Zeke, you're mixing things together, you
Uh-huh.
know,
Yeah.
because you're saying she's getting affection from the dog and from other men, but not from you.
Yeah.
But the question is, when we put people in certain roles in our life, okay,
Yeah.
we have expectation from them.
Uh-huh.
But if we don't reveal the expectations from the get-go,
Oh, no.
there's a very good chance.
I've repeatedly told her. I'm not. I haven't kept that secret. I've come clean with that. I've told her so much repeatedly.
Okay, so
Uh,
here's the
you,
here's the next step. Okay, so if you have expectations that are expressed and yet are not met, it's time to recalculate route. You know what Einstein said? Keep doing the same thing and expecting
yeah,
other results.
yeah, yeah. But no. The thing is, why is it so difficult just to hug me, just to if we're here, just to cuddle together, watch movie, instead of going in her. And then so she wanted me to give the passcode for the Netflix so she can watch it in her room, and she
Mhm.
watches that with her friend in her room while I'm here lonely and I'm hearing the giggle. Don't you feel I would feel bad? It's my house,
Yeah,
paying
yeah.
for the room, for the TV, for the Netflix, for everything.
That's why
And
I told you.
I get told, you pressuring me to have show you affection. What's he got that I don't have? Why is it he's not expected to provide her room? She thinks it's unfair that I make her feel uncomfortable in here. That she's not allowed a free space to heal.
Yeah.
She's not expecting that from him. She's not expecting, and she's
Zeke,
not asking
Zeke,
for money from him. He comes in my room, in my house, and for free, and enjoys her while I'm in here lonely, hearing them giggle over there. And
but
I'm the
here's the
bad one.
thing.
I'm the bad
But
guy.
but
What
but
is it?
here, I'll tell you. Here's the thing. You keep
Uh-huh.
saying she comes to my house. I pay for everything. Me,
Uh-huh.
mine. And you're right.
So
You're the
what?
landlord. You're the owner of the
So
house.
what? Oh, I'm
Everything you're
using
saying
that to
is true.
manipulate her, right? Is that what it
But
is? Why
no,
is it
no,
that
no.
I need to do that to get love? He doesn't have anything, and he's getting all the love. I do all of this, and I get treated like that. He has nothing. He comes into my house, he gets it for free. He doesn't get told pay me. He doesn't get to pay for my expensive habit.
So can
And
I
then I
finish
get
my?
what? Don't
Can
you
I
see
finish?
the unfairness in that? What is it
Can
about me that makes
can
it
I
not funny?
finish? Can I finish my sentence?
Yeah.
I have an obligation as your philosopher to
Mhm.
tell you the truth as it is,
Yeah,
right?
please.
Okay.
Please.
You wouldn't want it any
Yeah,
other
I
way, right?
wouldn't. No, tell it
Okay.
to me. I want to hear.
So here's
Oh,
what I
I
see.
just got a text. You just woke up. Look.
No, I didn't wake up. I've
She
been
just
up
got a
for a
text.
long
Like,
time.
she just woke up.
No,
Let me
no.
just tell her. We're here. We're here. We're here having session, having just started session, just started session. Give a Zoom, the Zoom meeting ID. She can join from there.
She's joining us.
I'm well. You know, if she wants to, I said you're welcome. You're welcome to join if you want. I'm not gonna pressure. It's whatever. I'm gonna see what she says.
But I don't care about what she says. First, I want to talk about what you're saying, okay? Because you're my client. So here's the thing. You keep saying it's my house, you know, I pay for everything. I let her heal. I provide her with everything. I do. And then she doesn't.
Yeah.
And but here's the thing. It's your choice. If you are waiting for something to happen while all the cards are at your end, then you are the one doing the how should I call it?
You think I should withhold?
No, you are. I'm saying, Zeke, let me try and express what I'm saying. I'm saying when you are saying I do everything for her and yet she doesn't, but yet you keep her there. You keep paying for her room and you keep giving her stuff. This is how you keep the situation as is, giving all the strength to her, making yourself very passive, where actually you should be the active one, because it is your house, it is your money. See what I'm saying?
But then you know that what happens then.
So wait, like, so you're operating on two different levels.
Oh, so it says yes, please. Okay.
Okay.
So yes, let's see what she's either gonna join there or she's gonna come here. Let's see what happens. This is yes, please. Okay. And what happened was, let's see, who's this? There's another text from somebody else. Who's this? Okay, there. Okay, so Khalid is calling me. Yes, yes, please. No, I'm having Zoom session now. Zoom session now. No, until
11.
Until 11 a.m. I will go to market. Oh, how much? A lot is happening.
Yeah, I see.
Market.
You're wanted, huh? Very popular.
Yeah, afterwards. Hello? Hello. Hey, look, Mark, a little later, okay? What's going on? Mark, I just came home from work. You came home from work? Good. Mark, I'm in the middle of something. Can I get back to you like about an hour? Okay, Mark, come on. You're on speakerphone. There's people here. Can I get back to you a little later, please? Okay, I'm gonna get back to you. Okay, Mark, I gotta go. This Mark has his own issues. Mark, his dad, I have recording of it. Told him, was very strict. The Japanese
it's the Asian guy, the Japanese guy.
Yeah. The one I have video of him. I set him up with Angela. I don't know if you saw that. And then yesterday he told me he was punished for passing gas. I don't know, that could do something to somebody.
By his dad? By his dad?
I think so. And then I asked him, was it physical? Was it actual hitting? And then he couldn't go on. He stopped. And then I mean, I have horrible. I mean, he's gone through stuff, and then he's told me some of it, and then but there's more. And then he has told me after he's thought that he has a wound that he needs help with, and then I kind of feeling good is said to keep him one room for a week or two to get him familiar with dual anxiety. Okay. So yeah, that's what she's saying, is that the reason she's in that room but with the dog alone is
that she needs to bond with him, right?
She needs to bond with the dog. But I mean, she's been doing this the entire time since she's come here, like 2 months, always has some excuse. Okay, and I do feel she's excuse. I was telling her why her hugs are like this. You know, you get a hug from somebody that they intentionally make that gesture that they don't want to touch you. And she was saying, well, we're in a car. And what that's not that's an excuse made up in a car wouldn't. And I'm getting the same hug in here, and that guy isn't getting that hug. You know, it's just not the truth.
Listen, Zeke, to me, the question is not what her side of the story is. To me, the question is, what are you going to do about it? Last time we spoke, you said, I want her out. I'm not getting my needs met. I want her out. That didn't happen, right? I'm not judging. I'm just saying.
I know every time, look, every time with everyone that's been here, even my own mother, I get told, like, why don't you just stop going there? Why don't you end it? And then there's always been bad consequences. There's always been
because I really think that something in your behavior or your conduct needs to change, and this will affect everybody who comes in.
Right? I need to be more assertive.
You need to, you recognize your own needs and honor it. You know what I'm saying? If you're sensing that a situation is not, meeting your needs that you had expressed, why going on with it?
There's different sides of it. Okay,
I'm listening.
There's different like one is like that quality about me, I think. This thing my aunt said, because my dad was the same way. My dad was he would get taken advantage of. He would get used. My mom would abuse him verbally, constantly.
I'm not surprised from everything you're telling me.
And then like he would charge very little or do work for nothing for people. They would use him, and they would say he's ruining the market. He's co-workers would say he's ruining good workers. When we go to work for somebody, they don't pay us as much as if Masis doesn't pay us, charge anything. He does work for free, And then he would get, and the mom's issue with him was that he would give so freely, let people use him, which was she considered a violation to her, because he's not alone. He's part of the family, right? And he would sacrifice.
So she meant that it affected her if he was doing a job for free. Okay, I see.
Yeah, like there were times like there was storage someplace, and he would sacrifice some way for somebody else, which meant we had to pay more, and she hated that so much. I heard so much, fighting because of that.
Can I say something?
You're putting other people's needs ahead of ours,
Right, but can I say something? And I'm sure you know it. That if he wasn't like that, he wouldn't end up being her husband. This is the type of husband that she was searching, unconsciously. Somebody who sacrifices from himself and can be at the presence of a lady like her. Because she is a taker, right? If I understood right, she is a taker. You said she would withhold.
My mom. My mom. If she gives the little grain of rice she gives, she will make you feel bad for it. That's the kind
of my point. So this kind of woman needs a spouse that is a giver.
So that's the attribute that I've had from the women who've come here. That they've taken the slightest thing they give.
You are perpetuating it.
I was not only the victim of that, but I modeled it from what I saw from him.
Exactly, but it's usually like that. The key lies in the solution lies in being aware of it. Once we have awareness of things, it's easier for us to see the bigger picture and operate.
Yeah, and then just not yesterday, but the day before, I had a session with Janet about this whole thing. And then this is what it is, that the divine reset is because I was telling her about all of my since high school. I had read this statement in Carl Jung. There's an ever-present archetype of wholeness.
Okay.
And then I was obsessed with that. She says the dog is fat boy, eats a lot. She's joking, so
Oh,
it's okay. Okay. So and then yeah, but I remember, and then I started using cannabis. Immediately, I started using cannabis. I went to 12-step cannabis meetings, which was kind of fun. And there was Tommaso, this guy, very spiritual guy, was very influential on me. Tommaso, and he called it the perfect prototype. Plato's perfect prototype. That there's a
okay.
model of me in the source when I was created.
Uh-huh.
Like a car has a blueprint. The perfect blueprint.
I think
And
he's talking about the ideas, Platonic ideas, idea.
yeah,
And
that
yeah,
that
I'm
I can
familiar with it.
reset. I can reset my settings. On the phone. Look, if I go on here and say reset,
Uh-huh.
look, I just show you. Just here. Look, if I go on here and go to general and go to reset, look, there's reset all settings.
Yeah.
Look, there's reset on the top of the page. Reset all
Mm-hmm.
settings. Then
Mm-hmm.
there's erase all content and settings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what that means that if I can keep my memories, all the content, the pictures that I've taken, the videos I've taken all my life that are on here, but
Mm-hmm.
just the settings, restore them to the original factory,
Mm-hmm.
settings,
Uh-huh.
which means that if I can keep my memories, everything I've learned, everything I've been through, which I don't want to lose, that I treasure, but then my behavior, how I am, and specifically the male female relationship, the animus and the anima, and to
Mm-hmm.
restore it to its original, the Adam and Eve, or I have this picture of Krishna with his eternal consort. I don't know what the girl is called. Here I have it here, which I refer to. This is more representative than the Adam and Eve. I don't know, like one or the other. Let me see. I hit this picture. It means a lot to me because I've seen it since childhood. Um, yeah, just let me get it just a second. It's right here. Uh, yeah, this picture. You see the ideal, relationship. A man and woman relationship, harmonious, healthy. They're both deities, so one isn't worshiping the other. They're both,
Right. Equals
equal.
and complementing
Healthy.
each other. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so
Like
I
like
said
like the
this.
yin and the yang,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So then yes, so then Janet taught me, like Janet said, like she uses that for her weight. If she feels like she's gaining weight, she says divine reset, and then she says without any effort at all, without any attempt at changing diet or exercising, her weight returns to normal. Whenever she's having any issues that would affect that, and then
Did she teach you how to do that?
yeah, and I have the session recorded, like, and then
Okay.
she sent me all. I have every session she's had with me, like just about one or two a week for the last 5 years. I have the entire thing documented on this computer, and she has copies of it herself.
Can I ask you a
All.
question, Zeke? Can I ask you a question? Last time we talked, you were saying that you wanted to end this situation, and you wanted Justine out of the house. Remember?
Okay, I'll tell you.
Remember?
Yeah.
Okay. No, wait. I'm going somewhere with this, and I'm not. I'm really asking to know why did it not happen? What were
Okay, I'll
your
tell you.
reasons? Okay.
I'll tell you. Okay, so I made a video
Mm-hmm.
about that, but not last night, the previous night at Peter's house.
Okay.
That it's similar to the bipolar. You know how you have bipolar, you have
Mm-hmm.
the manic episode and the depressive episode, right?
Right. Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then now this isn't. I don't know if this. I mean, it's similar to it. It's not. I don't think you can call this bipolar, but that in this relation, I told that to the psychology
Like
student.
uppers and downers in
Yeah,
the.
that there's two, and I've intentionally recorded myself in those
Mhm.
two phases immediately, next to each other, like in the day, like repeatedly I've done that. Like during the day, I record myself when I'm in one mood, and in the night, I'm really, when I'm really positive and when I'm negative,
Okay.
and I specifically pay attention to my thoughts, my perception, my emotions, my what I say, and I record it, and it's been documented repeatedly over and over again how the whole uh understanding of who I am, what this world is. It's like that those the superheroes that they come, like Batman is, it keeps that the secret. There's a Batman, and then when he's out of costume,
Right. Yeah.
or Superman and
Or
Clark Kent,
Superman. Yeah. Yeah.
they have the two things. I don't they all
It's like
superheroes
and
bipolar,
like an alter ego. Alter ego.
yeah. There's something to that. What is that? Yeah, and the funny thing, the other day we were at Walmart shopping, and we saw the two things we saw. Like we said, Darth Vader had that slogan says, "Together we shall rule the galaxy," and
Okay.
we were laughing about it. That's our slogan, And then the other one, Wonder Twins activate. That one was a kid. We had that cartoon, the twins. And anytime they're in trouble, both have rings. They go, Wonder Twins activate. They touch them, and the thing happens. They transform.
I don't know them.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then I showed it to her, the animation. It's funny, And then we're having so much, and then the relationship has those two phases. This phase of early on, I've had instances in this relationship. I felt like I was so happy.
Okay.
And then like I felt like I'm on the moon or something. It's incredible. I've never experienced such intense happiness before,
And you think
And
it was
then
because of the relationship or something else?
yeah, something that happened that
Okay.
that and then then
I
later
think, I
on.
think, I think, Zeke, without getting into details, because I haven't heard them from you yet, I'm guessing that the reason for you to feel so uplifted during those occurrences, it's not the relationship itself. It's something that happened in the relationship that triggered something within you.
Yeah.
You know what
Well,
I'm
I'll tell
saying?
you. Look, I tell you specifically what it was,
Okay.
and like this,
Yeah,
this.
let's explore it together.
Okay, so get the picture here. I show you, you'll understand. So this I would have to delete because it's kind of private. I would have to edit this out and like delete it. Um, to get this picture. Okay, so this is
Alex
um,
and Justine.
yeah, they're like very close, they're like sisters with each other.
Right.
And then I've been told repeatedly she's gonna come here and visit, and then like if she spends the night here and she feels comfortable, there's likely more often she will come, and there's more possibilities others will come also.
Mm-hmm.
And then so here she comes. Hi Justine. Hi here. Hey. You okay? Oh, you've been quiet? You've been quiet. A little bit?
Last night I said.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Justine.
Hi.
Yeah.
This is Elian. You met before. This is Justine.
Yeah, we met. Congratulations for Baba.
Thank you. I was gonna bring him out, but the doctor said that I should try to keep him in one room so the anxiety can like.
Yeah. The dog had seizure last night, and
Aww.
it was.
How is he doing now? Is okay?
It's better
Yeah, he's
now.
a lot better. I was more of a mess than he was, but.
Yeah.
And then yeah, and then so I was just telling
1 second, Zeke, 1 second. Justine, let me give you an advice, because I had a kitten, and the kitten kept, trying to suck my stomach. And then the vet told me that it's a good idea to take some sweater of yours or a piece of cloth that has your body
Scent.
odor, yes, your scent, and keep it next to him. So You know, he kind of feels protected. He feels your presence. Yeah.
Oh, and also, oh, I know of this product they were advertising that covers all of the skin of the dog. And then so the dog feels like it's in the womb again. And then it's comforting to the dog, even like if there's lightning or something that's scared, or the dog has like emotional issues and things, you cover all of its skin.
Yeah, because it's a baby, you know.
I can get that. I'll get that. Find out where it is. I can like order it. You know that I think Pet Store will have it. If I go there, the Pet Store will have it. It covers all of the skin. Babies are like they take a new baby out. They cover it all completely. It feels like it's still back in there.
Right.
It goes, you know, if it's you got to make it feel like it's back in the womb. You know, all the things we can do make it comforted. You know.
And then on Halloween, you could turn it green, paint it in green, and disguise him as a what's it called, green beans.
Yeah.
or edamame, right? Soybeans.
My West Highland Terrier, my cousin used to put like egg dye on.
Oh, dye the dog. Like big
not the dog, the cover. The cover.
No, she's gonna dye the dog. We're gonna dye the dog.
No, don't.
Why not? Oh, it's a violation to the dog.
No. Yes, it's a violation to me.
There's an artist that would do that. There's an artist that would put this breed of dog in situations like make it wear costumes that would be humiliating to the dog, and then the point was that the dog itself doesn't realize what it's doing. You know, put the dog in a clown costume.
They realize
and then I know like he was very popular artist, and then and then like he would put him on the costume and then use his own hands as if it's the dog's hands. And then pretend to do like a cooking show, and the dog is just like there, and the dog would sniff like what's in the food and actually eat it, and it was funny, you know.
Yeah, I saw that.
But it was also like what the fact that he's putting down a dog. There's something about like humiliating a dog, but the dog is there participating in it and isn't aware of it. You know, there's something about that.
I don't think the dog was really humiliated by it.
It wasn't. It has no idea, but we see it. Right?
No, that's not the reason. They do feel and they do understand. I'll give you an example. You know, those some dogs have a very thick fur, and then when the summer comes, their owners want to make it more comfortable to them, so they trim their fur or something. They get the dog. They take the dog to get a haircut or something like that. Some dogs feel ashamed and embarrassed to go outside after getting a haircut, and they're like like putting their head down. They're
ashamed of
like
being naked.
You took their glamorous part and you got rid of it. So now they're ashamed. They do feel, they do understand.
My cousin, they would shave it in a way that it would look like a lion. They wouldn't shave the head; it would look like a lion.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But we don't know if the dog liked it or not. But when they don't like something, they have a way of expressing their dislike.
Yeah, and then Sharon had that issue with the parrots. You think dogs are bad? Parrots are the worst.
They're very sensitive. That's why.
Issues. They'll take out the feathers. They'll scream. The worst behavior. If a parrot you remove from one owner to another, it won't stand for it.
Most probably it'll just unless the new owner is nicer to the parrot and there's a bonding better than the one before. That happened too. I heard stories. I had a friend. I had two stories. One friend had a parrot. The parrot was doing okay with them, but then they had to go away or something, move to another country. So they gave the parrot to the wife's brother. The parrot was ecstatic there. He was so happy there. You know, he made friends with the kids and he was the star of the house. And in another example, my friend had a brother who was a sailor. And he was all most of his life he was sailing away from home, blah blah blah. Then he got sick, and he stayed home, and his kids were already adults, and his wife would go out and work because she had now to support the family because the guy got sick. So the guy would sit with the parrot all day long, you know, telling the parrot all his trouble and his agony, and sharing with the parrot everything. And then the guy died. You know what the parrot did? He hung himself in the cage.
It what?
It hung itself in the cage.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The parrot hung itself.
They get very attached. They get very attached.
I've heard of an animal committing suicide. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I believe it too. I believe it.
Yeah, of course.
You know how like when like in my situation, my grandparents, they were so close. They were married 65 years. My grandpa died, and 3 months later, my grandma died.
But people,
But also with because it's all energy. It's all energy, you know. We have energy between us humans and well, you know that animals have energy with us too. You can tell if an animal likes you or doesn't like you, and you can certainly can tell if you like an animal or you don't, or
and
just
then
like
something
humans.
about that, like when the Bella, the other dog, the Chihuahua.
Yeah, I remember her.
The Bella would come here and would look at me in the eye in such a way, like I haven't even had humans look at me in the eye. Like if he looks at you in the eye, it's actually conscious that what I'm and I would actually, I don't know how much effort I'm projected onto it.
No, I saw that. I actually saw that because we were on a session and the dog came to you and I saw that.
Yeah, it makes me feel like it's like I had enough, and I've heard other people say that it's like they feel God when they're looking in the eyes of the dog.
Yeah.
God back for this dog, you know. You think about it.
I can totally see that.
And then I thought maybe this is my brother or my dad who's come back in the form of a dog. That it would actually make me think that, you know.
It doesn't have to be, you know, your dad or your brother to love you. It can be a different creature.
No. It's more. No. It's more. No, it's not love.
Like it knew you from before.
No. It's like looking at me like, Zeke. I understand. I know. I can see. You know, it's like what nobody else sees. I know what you're going through. I understand what it is.
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's okay. You know.
Of
you
course.
know. And then this thing that I went through with Benjamin, I made a video that I sent to Kalita, in which the kid had said once to his mom in front of me, Zeke said I'm okay. Mom, Zeke said I'm okay. And then I made this video and I do tell him, Ben, you are okay. Like there's something, you know, you said the inner child work, that to doctor. I made the video that I say to my inner child, and I sent it to Kalita, that no matter what anyone has ever told you, no matter what everyone's ever done to you, no matter what anything you do in the future, anything happens, you're okay.
You're okay, and I'm with you.
Don't let anyone make you feel otherwise, and don't you ever forget that. And in this text, Kalita says, here, I said it because we care about you and your heart. You're a kind person. That really, she said, don't ever forget that, the words that I used, you know?
Yeah.
And that kind of deep connection like that one word like goes like really, I can't think of anything go any deeper than that, you know? There's something about that.
I'll tell you what
it is. It's incredible, you know?
It's the words that a child expects to hear from a parent.
Yeah. You see?
Unconditional love.
And then look, and then how that changes your behavior, because I understand that the behavior problem that Ben has are then rooted into not being, why can't you accept me the way I am? Why do you have to change? Why do I have to change? Like, because we had that issue at the school with the coach over there at the school, because they kept telling me, pressuring me over and over again, that we have to make Ben participate more in the class. But, you know, they don't sit out here, go in with where the kids are. And it was congested. He didn't like that. He would act out, and they kept forcing me to do it, you know. And then look, I said, this isn't what's right for him. And we had that big conflict about that with
Right.
my supervisor, the coach's supervisor. We had meetings. I was accused of yelling at her when I never did, you know, and the injustice, the whole thing. And then Ben's mom stood up for me.
She took your side, right?
Yeah,
She stood.
yeah.
Yeah.
If the mom likes me, right, then everything anybody else is out the window. If mom says I
Yeah.
want Zeke,
I
and the
gotta
kid
tell
says I
you,
want Zeke,
but I gotta tell you, Ben is lucky to have her for a mom, because
yeah,
think of
yeah.
all the other
Oh,
children.
look,
Yeah.
she is the best, you know. And then even with Jeremy, you know,
Mhm.
the fact that Jeremy tells his mom, Zeke, Mom, I want Zeke here. I need
Yeah.
Zeke here, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And they say, you know, they need the mom say that the kid needs you, you know, come
Yeah.
help him out, you know.
Right.
There's
Right.
something about that I'm needed for the kid. I'm needed, like I'm something for them, and she
Because
uses
you're
me as a
taking
role model for them.
because this kid is your opportunity to tell him what nobody has told you as a kid, that you're fine, that you're okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That this is why it's so precious to you.
Yeah, and it's now that I realize everybody's like that. That the reason people don't behave well is the cry for help. They're trying to get attention, get love. You know, people who color their hairs or do all kinds of tattoos over their face or piercings and things.
Yeah.
They say, can't you see this? I'm different I'm unique, I'm different, I'm something else. And I need to be loved. Why can't you love me the way I am? I want the most outrageous thing. Put piercing in here and here and here, and my tongue in here, and I want you
That's
to love me.
that's
You
why
know?
I told you. That's why I told you. I think it was a couple weeks ago that we cannot judge another person's
Yeah. Yeah. They
preferred
need to go through what they're
preferred.
going
Not only
to
that,
learn
their
what they need to learn. And you know, even you know, I mean, you can't justify people who abuse, you know. But then when someone is hurting you and you don't take that you know you don't get offended, you don't get take it personally, but then look at them in the eye and then see maybe the parent hurt them when they were a kid, the stuff that happened to them, and you recognize, look, I see you, I know, I understand, you know, like,
you
and
acknowledge,
be compassionate, not
yeah.
be defensive, but look, I know what you're going through, it's okay, you know.
Mhm.
And then when it actually they melt in front of you, and then, you know, it does happen, it
Yeah, I
does
know.
happen when you, and then that's what happened Netta does the most outrageous things, most outrageous words come out of her mouth, and that's so she has so many people who have um, restraining orders against her,
Wow. Okay.
and then that's the answer to her question, Elian.
Hmm.
That's my tendency, that when that because she's put me through so much, and then I said, look, Neda, it's okay, I still love you, it's okay, I understand. And then you saw the videos. I don't know if you saw the videos we made recently. Then recently she's been so loving that, you know, I got her out of the psych ward, but there was nobody else there who would do that,
Hmm.
and she appreciated it so much. And then now it's become like such deep connection. We had so much. Did you see that the videos we made, the funny, some of it, I mean, this is incredible, you know.
If you
And then
can you
maybe,
send it to me again? I'm not sure if I saw that one, but you're welcome to
okay,
send it to me.
okay, so can we just watch that? It's funny, can we just watch that? Is
Yeah,
it okay?
yeah,
I
yeah.
put it on the screen share, we watch that together, and then
No
let's
problem.
see it.
I have to get back to the dog soon, and I have to get ready for work.
And then also, then maybe the two of you can talk. Woman, that you can tell us some of the stuff you've
only
been.
only if Justine wants. I'm here for you if you want. That's fine.
Look, only if you want. Okay, only if you want. She's available for you, and then I won't use that in any way. I promise, right? I promise I would never
You're
ever
asking me?
anyway. Huh?
You're asking
No, I'm
me?
saying you, so you're witness. You say I will never use that in any way as some kind of I don't know, like you said something the last time when I suggested that I would never use that as upper hand or manipulation, or said, well, I did this for you or something. I expect something. Not I promise. Okay, I promise.
Okay. Now I'm a witness.
Yeah.
Now I'm a
Okay.
witness.
Okay, and then
No
so let me
problem.
just show that it's funny. Let me show
Bye,
that what
Justine. Have a good day. Good weekend.
Go ahead. Do your thing. Let's see. Huh? What is it? You got to say something? Yeah, go ahead. You want something to say? Go ahead.
Okay.
Well, I wrote this last night because we got into an argument. I woke up and I had a bunch of text messages, and I was going through them and I was reading them, and I seen that he was upset because he keeps thinking that I'm pushing him away or I'm using him for something, and I keep telling him like I'm here for a reason, like all the negative things that are happening, like I forgive, and we get through it because I want to be here because we do have our good times. And
yeah, we have I told her that I had really intense peak experiences. It's like, what bipolar, they have peak highs and lows, and the relationship is like that. And I give you contradicting signals, but I give you something but there when down there. And then also, look, I need you to know the stuff that I'm saying there. If it's not, it's stuff. It's what I need to do to really get it out of my system, so I don't catch cancer like my sister does, because she holds it inside. She doesn't speak it, and it's not. Never ever. I need you to know. Never ever is any of that to intend as disrespect or attack or accusation or any of that. Okay, that if you could please, you like, how could I express it, that nothing that I say them, I do say the most vile and horrible thing. I told my sister that when I was 12, that she came in the room with my mom, because and then she said, well, we came because you had a rash on down there, and we need to check it because the doctors are too expensive. And I reminded the doctors in England are always free. It's universal healthcare. You just walk into any clinic, they'll see you,
Right.
And then she knows that I have a need to say the most obnoxious. I think that the sicknesses happen because people keep those horrible things inside of them.
But listen, but Zeke, there's all. Do you know the saying? There's if there's a smoke, there's a fire. You know that saying? Okay.
Yeah.
So okay. So probably underneath everything you're saying, not 100% of it is right, but there is a core to the thing. And if I can tell Justine, I feel that Zeke is a person that needs affection because of everything he's gone through. He needs to be loved and acknowledged and accepted for who he is, and he craves affection. Sometimes he portrays it in the most weird ways, but it's all a cry for attention and for love. And sometimes he feels that he's not wanted or loved or desired in your presence, and that makes him act like this. So you know that, right? I mean, it's not like I'm saying something new. Yeah.
But I tried to, even last night when I had like my meltdown with my dog, 'cause my dog was like having a seizure, like I told him instantly, like I ignored everybody else, and like instinctively, like I called him and like asked him for help and asked him what I should do. And then when we were at the doctor and I was sitting there, I was crying. He was sitting in the car. I said, Zeke, I need a hug. And I was like bawling my eyes out. And he came there and he like gave me a hug and was like holding me while I was crying. And he didn't do anything like Like,
That's
in
good.
my
I'm
other,
happy to hear that. I'm happy to
yeah,
hear that.
yeah, he was just showing me that he cared and that he was there for me, and that, like, I appreciate that more
Mhm.
than anything in the world. Like that,
Zeke,
that means
are you with us? Can you hear this? Because I'm not seeing
Yeah,
you.
yeah. That's
We-
she's speaking
What
the
she just said, it's huge. It's huge.
yeah, I know.
Acknowledge that.
I do. I do. I do.
Okay.
I do.
I'm
You are loved and you are cared for, and she acknowledges your support. She does.
I left home when I was 13 years old because I got pregnant. It was an accident. It was like one of the first times I ever had a sexual relationship, and I got pregnant. And my mom told me, "You get rid of it or you leave." So I left,
Wow.
and like I've been on my own ever since then. And like I do like really love my mom because my mom did the whole single parent thing for me and my sister, and my
Mhm.
grandparents like helped raise us. So when I lost my grandparents, like I had a really bad downhill slide. I got into drugs and everything like that, and
Yeah.
I'm not on drugs anymore, but like some of the behavior from that lifestyle, like it's still part of me, and I'm still learning how to like do things the right way.
Okay.
So
That's good.
I understand that. I understand that.
Good.
And then the me and see, I have the flip side of that, but two sides of the same coin. I have my behaviors.
I swear to God, I was going to say there's a reason for you two ending up in the same house.
Yeah.
You know,
And
there's a
so
reason for it.
the one thing, if I could have that space, that she said it's okay if I put I feel when you because. So I put that. I can't put it in like I just put that in there. So just so not like this. If you could just let me give me permission, give me consent to vent myself with this obnoxious, horrible stuff, and not take it as an attack, not take it, not have it make you feel bad. In fact, there's some way I could say it without her feeling threatened or feeling
Some way
scared.
of saying what? Can you be more
The stuff
clear?
that the text that I write that are obnoxious
Okay,
that I send her that
gotcha.
it does upset her. I understand, and I need to do that. That's the one thing I need to be
Okay.
able to, that the whole thing, my videos, everything is I release by articulating accurately and honestly what's going on. That's
So
what I do.
there's an exercise for you. Changing your not vocabulary, but
Tone.
no,
Uh
changing the way you express your ideas, changing
huh.
the structure
Yeah,
of your
yeah,
phrases,
yeah. The what of my phrases?
the structure.
Structure in a way
Yes.
that it's not threatening. I mean, I
Yeah.
always state, like, I had the same issue with Jeremy's parents, with Jeremy's mom. I would say, I want you to understand nothing here is meant, I respect you, nothing is here is meant as disrespect or to offend you or to upset you. Please give me consent to say there's some way I could need to get that formally, like there's some way to put it or write it down on the whiteboard, somewhere to say it.
Mhm.
And then because if I'm free to say that and not feel bad about it, that's all I need, that's all I ask for. And then that
Basically,
prevents me
it's
getting canceled like my sister did,
Mhm.
because she
I no,
holds
I
it all,
agree.
but she doesn't say it.
I
I mean,
agree.
if everybody did that, if everybody had the permission to vent and say everything that's on their mind without fear of being, the repercussions and ramifications of it,
Here's the question. Here's the question for you. Would you be able to rephrase your sentences in the format that Justine is using? When you ABC, I feel ABC. Can you do that?
Well, that's what my psychology professor gave me a fail. She said, he said, you made the most beautiful paper, but it wasn't following my instructions. I feel if I followed his instructions, well, my message would be lost. You see, I
But here's
can't
what you
do
can,
that. Like,
but here's what you can do. You can still keep your message, but then also have a translation for the person in front of you, so they don't get offended and hurt. And then there's a
okay,
whole big
you
argument, and
told me how I could like
because
look at the stuff I wrote and say, how can I write this in a way that would be less
I think
less
so. Because here's the thing, and you will gain
and
two
I
things
can
from it.
understand how they can be, because they are the most obnoxious things. That the truth spoken without sugarcoating, without covering up, without euphemisms.
It's
I
not,
need to
it's
say
not,
this.
Zeke, it's not even sugarcoating, it's rephrasing. The idea would still be expressed, but in a way that would not be accusatory to the other person. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, oh,
And if
okay,
you're,
okay. Oh, there's
and
a
if
book
you're
about
saying,
called Verbal Judo. Like the policemen use it when in disputes
yeah,
to
yeah,
de-escalate. Yeah, I think
yeah.
maybe I should read that book. Yeah, I
And
know.
here's the thing you would gain with it. You still keep everything you wrote, you're venting, you're writing, yeah, you're not sending it to the other person. You're making a copy of it and editing your copy, editing the new copy in a way, in a way loyal to the other format. When you ABC, I get,
Look, how about next time I write it out, you help me with it, huh?
no problem. But here's what
Okay.
you will gain. Here's what you will gain from it, because your whole thing is venting and getting your feelings out, right? You
Yeah,
need that.
yeah,
But
yeah,
at the same time, you don't need the other person to get upset and then start a fight.
yeah.
So now you win. It's a win-win situation, because you were able to convey your message and vent to
Yeah.
yourself at the same time. And I can
Yeah,
help
yeah,
you with
and
with-
look, Elian, I feel if everybody in the world was allowed that opportunity to speak everything that's in their heart,
they
nobody
are
would
all
get
allowed.
sick.
They just don't
That's
know how
that.
to. They don't know how to do it. We're all
Yeah,
allowed.
but if
Yeah,
that's the thing, that the reason people get sick and all the problems
I
they have
agree.
is because it's
I
stuff
agree.
that's not expressed. If
I
you only
totally agree.
express everything that's there, don't keep it inside, no problems would exist. That's
I
all we
actually
need is
think.
to
I
articulate what
actually
needs
think
to be
it's a
articulated.
great
Voice,
idea.
I am the voice of the soul. And I want to voice all the stuff people are keeping secret, because and that's all the most horrible, the most painful to look at, the most obnoxious stuff. It's a
And
tough
you
job,
know,
but somebody's got to do it.
no, it's not. It's not tough. Don't say that. And here's another thing: when you rephrase your own sentences in that
Yeah.
way, you will start seeing the underlying issues. Because when you're saying, I'll give you an example. If you write to Justine, let's say, okay, Justine, when you um, uh, close yourself in the room and I can hear the giggles, it makes me feel unloved. And then we will see the underlying issues in everything that happening between you two that triggers all your bad emotions. See what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
will see where it's coming from and how to deal with it, how to approach it. So I'll be very happy to help you with rephrasing everything and work on it. No problem.
Can I say one more
Yeah.
thing?
Of course you can
Um,
say, yeah.
some of the, like, upon moving in here, there was no rules or stipulations set. They've kind of been making, like, we make them up as we go, like trial and error. And like some of the rules, like me not allowed to have men here and stuff like that, I tried to respect that, but a lot of my friends are men, and he told me that he doesn't see how a man and a woman can be friends. But once you draw that line with me, once that line is drawn and it's like, hey, like we are best as friends and it's going to stay that way, like that's what it is. And so I do have male friends, and sometimes, like, when boundaries are set, like I can't have men here, but yet he has a woman over here that sleeps over and is around and is here when I'm not even here. Like, it's not fair. I want.
Wait, see that, like, I'm not getting it from her, and I'm not allowed to bring women. That's what every
No, you're
woman has.
allowed.
I'm not allowed to have women here to
Wait,
to
wait, wait,
to,
wait,
to
wait,
fulfill
wait,
me.
wait, wait, wait. Let me understand what
That's
you're
what
saying.
Karina was doing to me.
Wait,
That's
Zeke,
not
I'm
what
talking to
I'm saying.
Justine. Let me understand what you're saying. Justine, are you saying that you feel that it's unfair for you two to live together? And he's saying to you, you cannot bring male friends over, but I can? Is that what you're saying?
That's what's happened. I have no problem with him having women here. He can have all the female friends he wants. He can have a female lover here. I don't care. I respect
Okay.
him and his space. And
So what is the problem? I don't
he
understand.
doesn't want me to have male friends here.
But Justine, you two are not equals. That's his home.
I understand that.
No. I don't know. I don't want to be using that in a way that's
You're not,
unfair,
but
because it's my home.
but
You know,
no.
but
But
the
here's the
fact
thing.
that I'm lonely here all the time, and I have to spend like $100 a day at least to get affection from her. I'm still feeling lonely. And
Let
then,
me
and
ask, Zeke, let me ask you something. When you
and then
hear
that would
voice,
change. If I was getting a little bit, then it wouldn't, the restriction wouldn't be there. It's just the fact that they're in the giggling and laughing. I'm here. Look, can you understand that? Is it reasonable? I feel horrible that I'm here. And then they don't hear I need my space. They don't hear $500. How many times have I heard to say $500 an hour per person per hour upfront?
That's
You
what
know,
he, that's,
why? How many times have
that's
I
not
heard
about
that?
me.
No, no,
I didn't
wait.
say
Who
that.
said that statement?
Alex, you asked me how much
No.
much Alex would charge you to touch you and stuff
No,
like
no.
that.
You've also said you also charge the same.
No, I don't charge anything because I don't do that in my lifestyle.
You did say you have charged that much.
Yeah, back when I was on a drug addict.
And even if
I
I joke about Alex, I was in Peter's house. I just joked about Alex. It's just, she charged her up front, like to really rub it in.
No,
isn't that a slap on the? What is it?
wait, I'm
Yeah,
trying
then
to
why do you have to keep? Can you understand? It hurts me to hear that constantly. It is a humongously large amount to charge.
Yeah,
and then to slap me on the face constantly about that just because I say dirty joke. You know, you don't. She said it, but you're saying you don't have to keep repeating it.
We haven't brought that up in a very long time. I'm just using it as an example.
I don't understand what I don't really understand what
it
the
hurts
problem.
me to hear that constantly.
Hear what constantly? Hear what?
That statement, $500 upfront per person per hour. You know, why do I have to hear that? Alex said that. You saying Alex said that. Why do I have to hear it from you? Alex isn't saying.
Wait, but Justine is saying something. Justine, what are you saying?
He had tried to make a deal with me. He would pay me for what he wanted. And I was very kind of standoffish for a little while about it, but I gave it a shot. He said, I help you, you help me. I gave it a shot, and I seen it was affecting the friendship, so I said I don't want to do that anymore. Like I don't.
So now it's worse. I would agree to pay for it even together. She even won't agree for me to pay for it.
I don't want to be.
She doesn't want to do that. She feels that it's affecting your friendship.
Doesn't want to. She wants to be in her room all the time, but a lot of the time, but the door closed makes me feel horrible. She wants to bring boys in there while I'm here.
Let me ask you, Zeke. Does it bother you? Yes.
You know.
Listen, Zeke. Does it bother you? Does it hurt you?
Of
Zeke?
course, yes. It hurts me.
Okay, so
and then she's all the time going on. Thank you. How many times a day I hear thank you, thank you, thank you. I want what you want. Like we say, shall I get that? Says what you want. I want what you want. I want to make you happy. But those words aren't what I need. The song lyrics says, you give me miles and miles of mountain, and I ask for the sea. There's all these things that I get that are to compensate for what I'm not getting. That make me feel even worse. And then I'm not getting that. I brought this to show you that she wrote this nice note on here that I'm gonna be getting something good, that we're gonna have dinner, and like I get this high expectation that eventually I'm gonna get something. And then she sits over there in that chair over there. I eat, and then she goes, well, I gotta go. And then I'm left here with the fondue and here, and then I'm like, oh my God. And then she's in the room again, and I'm here alone and disappointed. And a couple of times she said, well, Alex is gonna come here. I feel like I'm being taunted. Like Alex is gonna come here today. And then it's like I don't hear about it. And I don't even hear, well, we changed our minds or something. And then once she actually said she was gonna come here because you said something. Now she's not. She lost her. I was gonna give something, and she was gonna come. It was all gonna be like she's taunting me. And then the dog was here. She said, well, I'm gonna bring a nice girl here. And then she shows me the picture of the puppy. You can that's taunting. No. Don't you covering up with something else. No, that statement. That statement here.
Zeke, but Zeke, listen. It's very.
I need acknowledgement for what I said. See, I said something that needs acknowledgement, and she comes up with something. Well, is that rationalizing?
I didn't know. First off, I didn't know you were gonna bring a female here. You never mentioned that to me.
Okay. Wait. Excuse me. Isn't that unfair?
You were going to get a dog.
I don't know. I can't hear her. Let
What
her
is it?
talk, and then I'll see what
Let's
I'm
hear it.
hearing.
What is this? The day that was gonna get
You
to talk
said the
about?
day you said the day that I told you about the dog, you were gonna bring a woman here. I didn't know that. I told you I was getting a dog
What?
because I was very bad in my depression to
Wait,
where
wait,
I was
wait.
gonna harm.
What woman here?
That's what
What
you
is it?
just said. You
No,
just said
you said in the text that you're thinking of friend. That's
the
a
friend
girl.
was the puppy. No,
I know.
it was a puppy
I know,
girl,
but
a
you
girl
would.
puppy.
I know, but you said. Do you understand? When you were joking, you would that to tell me that you know I would want a female here, and you said that, and then you put the picture of the puppy. It was taunting. It was a
No,
joke. I know. It was an
It
innocent
was
joke.
my way of telling you I was getting a puppy. That's why I sent you a picture of the puppy.
Zeke,
Right.
Zeke, don't get caught up in your own mind. Okay, sometimes people don't have hidden agenda. If she had an hidden agenda to upset you and make
Because
you
that's what
think,
Hilda
wait,
would do. She would
let me
actually
finish.
say, "I'm
Let me
taunting you."
finish.
She
If
would
she
sit on this couch. Look, yeah, she would sit on this couch with me, watching, and she would touch me with her feet, and the completely bare feet. She would touch me with her bare feet, and then she wouldn't let me. I've had women like come kiss me in the mouth, and then say, "Well, I don't want the taunting I get from women." That they do
okay,
that
don't,
to me,
but
and then say,
we're
"Well,
not
you're not
talking
gonna
about
get."
other
I
women
get
now. We're
that so
talking about
often, and it looks like that. Are
Zeke,
you gonna get something? We're gonna have dinner together. Where I'm gonna give you something, and then Alex is gonna come here, and then nothing happened. That's torture, to get that constantly.
I haven't talked to Alex in like 2 weeks. She's a drug addict. Alex is on drugs.
Yeah.
She
So
is a
what?
prostitute and she is on drugs, so it's
Okay.
very hard to get her on the phone. It's very hard to have a friendship with someone who does that when you're not doing it anymore.
Zeke, can I have you back in the picture?
Mhm.
I want to be talking to and see your face. Here is the thing, my friend. It's your call. If something is happening in your house, in your home, in your space, and it's hurting you and it's affecting you in a bad way,
Like,
it's in your hand to deal with it.
I don't have it in me to be assertive. I've tried so much. I have so many books on assertiveness. I've gotten assertiveness. I can't do it. I don't have it in me. And I think maybe that's a good thing about me. I think maybe because I'm like that, it has a price to pay. I get walked over. I get flushed down the toilet.
Not,
But
it's
then
not the
look,
only price.
listen,
It's not the
Eliana. I
only
think
price.
that's why
Zeke,
the
Zeke,
kids,
Zeke,
the mothers
Zeke.
trust me with their kids because they don't see me as a threat. Because they know
Look,
even if I get
listen,
hurt, I don't do anything. If I
Zeke, my
was
friend,
assertive, I wouldn't have that position with the kids, with the mothers.
Zeke,
They wouldn't trust me.
being assertive doesn't necessarily mean hurting people. Being assertive is,
Standing
you
up for
know,
myself.
yeah, having your best interest in mind. I
Yeah.
don't see you do that. And you know what it creates? It creates passive aggressive,
Oh,
feeling passive aggressive. And that's not a good thing to have either. You're either suffering or suffering. You know what I'm saying? So either
okay.
you get yourself familiar with the
Well, I
picture
need to
as
learn
is.
to do that in a way that's not that's gentle and kind and
You can
not
do that. There's
yeah.
a way to be gentle and kind and still assertive, because being assertive is being gentle and kind
I'd rather
first and
err on the
foremost to
other side than
yourself.
this. Okay.
To yourself, my friend, first of all. Because if you're being nice to another person, but
What?
at the same time you're eating your heart up, you're being very bad to yourself.
Yeah.
You see
Well,
what I mean?
my defense. Do you know how the different creatures have different defenses? Like
Yes,
something
mechanism,
that can't
yes.
protect itself, it'll camouflage itself, for example, right?
Yep.
Mine is just to the opportunity just to articulate the truth as I see it. That's what it is. If I'm allowed to do that, and then speak it as I see it, that's how I defend myself. It's just
So
by
you're fine.
articulating.
You're fine with continuing the situation, the living situation with Justine as is, as long as you get to vent and to vent
No.
and
Well,
write.
I do want to help it, but I don't want to use, the and
I think you deserve more. I think you should be able to be with the person that really loves you and wants to touch
Hey,
you
look,
and
if
wants
I
to.
get somebody in the other, if
And
you
then
do
Justine is
look,
nodding.
look,
Justine is nodding. You're agreeing with me, right? Okay.
I agree. I think he deserves love. You deserve a relationship. You don't.
Yep.
You deserve more
Absolutely.
than being a
And
girl or something.
if I get somebody in the other room that would have that, and it was almost gonna work. I'm back talking with Tati. If I could get somebody, then I would be. Then I wouldn't have trouble with her. I wouldn't be bugging her anymore.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
I have no, like, when he wanted Tati to move here, I was excited. I got her a dress, and I was like, hey, when she comes, like, we can give her the dress as like a welcome gift.
She made a bag full of clothes for donating for Veronica. I told her about Veronica is homeless, that I would donate to Veronica. She's supportive, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, if it works out, if I do actually find somebody that will be, you know, be okay with it, to move in here and be affectionate. If I actually get my needs met, that I'm not starving and lonely here. I actually had an image once. I saw the starving African kid, you know, you see on the TV in Africa, everyone's starving to death.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and I said, that's me with my face on. With my face on starving African kid, you know? That's how I feel sometimes. You see me, you say, well, that's a good guy, is healthy. If you could see me emotionally, you know, can you understand when I'm in that state? You know, and I do get like that.
So
And I
you
see
know,
somebody else's.
you know what I think, Zeke? I think
No.
here's what we should do. I think you and Justine should continue your friendship, but at the same time, we should find you a partner.
Do some kind of thing. You know, they say if you light a white candle in that corner, somebody told me, until it finishes, and I know there's a northeast corner of the house, and they say something that it'll bring you the and then Janet told me divine GPS not only takes me to that ideal partner for me,
brings
them to me, you know, there are all kinds of ways, and there's matchmaking services.
I will help you get on the
website. If you help me, well, that's something good. If you actually help me come see it through and get somebody in there, and then that it would work out, and then get somebody that you would and then we actually discuss a friends of hers. It would really be nice if it's a friend of hers that would be okay with me, that would love me, not charge me money, and be okay with me, the stuff, my fetishes, my kinky ways, that she actually likes that what I do. If like that would be the ideal. If that could work out, and then I would have she can bring men here, she can do anything she wants. I wouldn't complain a bit, right?
At the same time, I don't want to bring one of my friends in here because that might cause something in between us.
I totally understand, Justine. I totally understand.
I want him to find somebody, like, even if we get him on like a matchmaking service and him and
I think it's a good idea.
I want that to happen.
Okay.
Zeke, I think it's a good idea. I do think it's a good idea.
Let's go to okay, well, good conclusion. Good conclusion.
I totally think so.
On that, it's fair, right? And then I promise she can be all the men, whatever she wants.
Okay, Justine. So, Justine, Justine, we're on a mission here. Okay, we're finding Zeke a nice lady, and we're being his friends, and we love him.
Yeah.
Right, Zeke?
He has some good headshots already for his profile, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. There we go.
Good.
All right. Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, you guys have a beautiful weekend. Zeke, I'm gonna watch your videos now. Okay, and we'll talk. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Bye. Take care, guys. Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Yeah, she's good, huh? Yeah.
Let me open the door so we can like run around.
Yeah, go ahead. And then let us show him the hole there, so in case he wants to, he has his own choice. He can. You see behind the thing, behind that couch right there, there's a pet door that goes out, so he can, of his own volition. Maybe he's trapped here. He can go out by himself. You know.
The doctor said that might be what's giving